So, hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Football Prediction Podcast show, where we give you football predictions that will help you make better informed decisions and increase your chances of winning significantly. If you are a football prediction fan, a sports betting fan, you are welcome. That's exactly what we set up this channel for, to share what we have basically with you guys every single day, so you can be able to make better informed decisions and increase your chances of winning significantly. All right, guys. Yesterday we had, seven sporting events, and from those seven we lost two and we won four. Okay, I know that number doesn't add up. That's because we added one sporting event that was supposed to kick off today, much later today. That was the game between Bragantino and Corinthians. So that was a bit of a mistake there. So technically, we gave you guys six sporting events, and four of those won, and we lost two of those. You're looking at how that went shortly yesterday. So if your first time coming across the channel, there's a good chance that what you're trying to do is find a place where you can find highly accurate and well analyzed sports betting tips that will help you beat the odds in the long run, increase your chances of winning, and just help you win basically in the long run. And it's my pleasure to tell you that yes, we do that right here on the show. All right, guys. So take 1 second, everyone, hit that like button for the culture. You know how we do it. Subscribe if the first time coming across the channel and you like the vibe, you want to be a part of this community. We're inviting you to hit that subscribe button to become a part of this community of savvy sports traders that we are building. That's what we like to call them. And of course, everyone, turn your notification bells on. Very, very important to do that, because it will help you know when we post something of value on the channel as we go on this journey to beating the odds. So welcome back, guys. My name is Huka, and I will be your humble host on this daily podcast show, bringing you football prediction as prepared by the team, basically, and share that with you every day with insights, as well as safe market options to help you make better informed decisions and increase your chances of winning. We have a section of the podcast show. We call that the "So You Think You Can Punt" section, guys. And yesterday we provided that sporting event for you guys to provide your correct scores about in the comment section between Fredrikstad and Stromgoset, and unfortunately nobody was able to get that one correctly yesterday. So another shout out has been wasted, and another slot still pending. Okay, guys, and this section of the show is powered by Mega Parry. That sporting event ended 3-2 yesterday. We talked about how most of the events we pick here win. This was a good day for us. It did win, and most of you got that win or draw correctly, over 2.5 or 1.5 goals. You must have gotten that correctly. Okay, guys, so today we have another sporting event for you guys, of course, to try your hands on, and give you insights about that to help you, go about, giving your correct scores about that sporting event and stand a chance to win a 1 month free premium subscription with us when you get that correctly. All right, guys, that's what's gonna happen when you get that correctly, and you get to get a shout out on the channel. And all of this is powered by Mega Parry, as I said earlier. Shout out to Mega Parry for being the sponsors of this segment of the show. All right, guys, so the sporting event we have for you guys today is the sporting event between Broma Bukana and Malmo. And you will find information about that sporting event as you go on watching this video. It is somewhere around here. Find it and watch it, and you get a lot of information about this one to help you make that decision today. Leave that in the comment section, and of course stand a chance to win that one. So if you won before, now you were a winner, past winners, and you want to claim your slot, you can head on to the Telegram community. You can find that link in our bio description of this video or in the comment section. To claim your slots, when you get there, there's a pinned comment in the Telegram community. Make sure to click that. It'll give you the link to send us a message and tell us that you won. Okay, so we can do the needful for you guys. All right, guys, and also joining the Telegram community is important, because when we have early updates, we will be able to share that on the channel. Okay, guys, so moving on to today's business, we have 34 sporting events for you guys. It is the weekend, so a lot of sporting events, a lot of insights for you guys, but do not worry, everything is taken care of. We've taken time to analyze these games, come up with the safest possible options in those sporting events. So all you have to do is go with the ones that you agree with. All right, pick the ones that you agree with, create winning slips from the ones that you agree with. If you don't know how to do that, we've left a video about how to carve out winning slips from the sporting event tips, insights that we provide on the channel that should appear somewhere on your screen now. So you might want to go there and do that now. Okay, guys. So let's head right into my phone. So we look at how yesterday went pretty much. Let's see how yesterday went for you guys. Okay, let me just show you guys what happened yesterday. All right, so we're here now, and the first sporting event we had yesterday, you know, was the game between Atletico Mineiro and Bucaramanga, right? That was first sporting event we had. We talked about Atletico Mineiro having 1, 2, 3 goals, and they didn't even score a goal there. In fact, they lost that one 1-0, but they qualified at the end of the day. I think I cashed out on that one yesterday. The next sporting event we had was the game between Galloway United and Waterford. We talked about Galloway having a 2-goal advantage going into that sporting event, being able to win that one from the report. That odd was quite massive for Galloway to win, and for Waterford, sorry, to win. That was a very, very massive odd there, but of course, we try to play it safe on the channel, and we went for 2 goals advantage, and they did, give us that one at 1.27, and that odd there. Next sporting event we had was the game between Derry City and Bohemians, right? And we talked about Derry City being able to score for our pick there, and they did score 1 goal, just one enough to, give us the win, and that's at 1.36 odd. That sporting event peak that we made there. So that was successful also. Next was the game between Cork City and Sligo Rovers. We talked about the home team not winning 2-0. They started off winning, but it's Cork City. Like, the reports already said everything we needed to know, and I talked about not trusting them enough to, give them the win, but just to go with home win to nil. No, and look at that. Okay, that's what happened yesterday. 3-2, 2-3. That sporting event ended yesterday, and that odd was at 1.23. That option we selected. So next sporting event was between Fredrikstad and Strongset. This was the one I asked you guys to provide your correct scores about in the comment section. You can see how that went. 3-2. That one ended. We gave either of the teams to win at the end of 90 minutes. It was that was a tough game, basically. We talked about how that game was going to be tough yesterday, and look at that. They were scoring back and forth. 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, and then 3-2 finally. Okay, so that's how that went yesterday. Next sporting event we had was the game between Zurich and Sion. Really disappointed here because Sion was leading and Zurich was leading 2-0. And eventually lost that game. I don't know how that happened yet, but I will look at that later. So that is how yesterday went pretty much. And the last sporting event we had, or we are still waiting for, is the game between Botafogo and Corinthians. This is one I talked about that we mistakenly chew in there, basically. So home draw bet is the peak for that one at 1.22 odd. You can do what you need to do with that one, but this game looks like it's a very good game because the away team has injuries, and we know Botafogo from the Club World Cup. If you remember, this is why you should always watch the reviews, always watch the videos to the very end, so you can learn about all these things. Okay, so we expect Botafogo to be able to win, given Corinthians has a lot of injuries and they're not informing, even when they were at full squad. When they had the full squad. Now that they have injuries, it makes it even worse. But still, we've played it safe with draw no bet option, expecting them to be able to win. So that is how yesterday went, guys, pretty much. So today we have, of course, more sporting events for you guys, as always, basically on the channel, and without wasting much time, there are 34 of them with insights and what we feel like is the safest possible option in those sporting events. So don't worry about that. You are covered. So the first sporting events will be from MLS. Hopefully you guys meet this, but if you don't, we've left a key or a tip in the Telegram community. That's why you should join the Telegram community. So when tips like this come that you might not meet early, I think we'll be posting that in the Telegram community. We also had a 2-odd sleep yesterday in the Telegram community. Let me just go through that for those who were there and saw how that went. Let's take a look at that sporting event let's take a look at that, how that went yesterday in the Telegram community. So let's get right into the phone and get a look at that. Okay, so first sporting event was between Meru Krusi and Rapid Bucharest. We gave the away team a 1-goal advantage going into that sporting event, and they ended up still winning 2-0, 0-2 in that one, to give us that win. Next was the game between Star Rezezol and Slacks Warlock, and we expected the you know away team to be able to score, and they did score early on, and we got that one right. So the odd there we had next is between Kopavogo and Leknir Reykjavik, home team to win either of the halves. That game ended 1-0. They won the first half, and that was it. Lucky us there. Next sporting event we had was the game between Finnharps and Cobramblas. We expected, the away team to score, and they did give us that one yesterday. So that's basically that two odd that we played yesterday in the Telegram community. So guys, you want to join, but let's not waste much time and get into the sporting events for today. It's very important to note that most of these sporting events, it is very important to follow up with these games, these events, these teams, because with time you begin to know them. I keep saying this all the time. This is how we amass the experience that we have, your own, even though we have a direction we're going to with those events, but you also have a duty to make a decision, carve out sleeps, make a decision about that. I'm not saying that we can't give you tips that will help you. I mean, we did provide it to all in the Telegram's community yesterday. So we see games that are sure, definitely we will share that. So not to waste a lot of time, let's get into the sporting events we have for today. The first sporting event is between Columbus Crew and Orlando City. And here's insight about that sporting event for those who will be looking to back it.
Columbus makes it seem easy at home, and while Orlando is a strong team on the road, we have faith in the reliability of the home team.
So given the report that we have there, we expect that over 1.5 goals will be seen in the sporting event today. That's what we're going with basically in that one. Next is the game between New England Revolution and Montreal, and here's insight about that sporting event for those who will be looking to back it.
Both teams have struggled to impress over the year, and this uncertainty could result in a lackluster and careless draw on Friday.
Alright, so given the report that we have there, we're going with an over 1.5 goals as well in this sporting event. All the MLS sporting events have been taking over 1.5 goals is the way we decided to go with those ones. Goals usually are about, they abound in MLS. Okay, next sporting event is between Dallas and New York City, and here's insight about that sporting event for those who wish to back it today.
Excluding a team like St. Louis doesn't truly reflect your defensive strength, and the Toros may face another tough lesson against a squad that has demonstrated quality.
So given the report that we have there, we have an over 1.5 goals to be our peak in this sporting event. Also, next is the game between Houston Dynamo and Los Angeles Galaxy, and here's insight about that sporting event for those who will be looking to back it today.
Recently, the Dynamo have shown vulnerabilities in defense, while the Galaxy have found their rhythm in the attacking third this month, scoring multiple goals in 3 out of their 4 matches. We are confident they will maintain this strong performance on Friday.
Given the report that we have there, we'll be going with an over 1.5 goals to be seen in this sporting event today. In that one, basically, that's what we're going with. Next is the game between San Diego and Nashville, and here's insight about that sporting event for those who will be looking to back this one today.
Both teams have remarkable goal-scoring records, promising an exciting match in California. Nashville is currently performing better, yet San Diego proves to be a tough opponent at home.
So given the report that we have there, we're going with an over 1.5 goals in this one. Also, in our sporting event, next is the game between Los Angeles FC and Portland Timbers, and here's insight about this sporting event if you would like to back it today.
Los Angeles enters this match in excellent shape, having gone 4 games without a loss and remaining undefeated in their last 3 home games. This makes them strong favorites against the Portland team that is still battling to achieve consistency.
So given the report that we have there, we're going with over 1.5 goals to be seen in this sporting event today. Alright, so all the MLS sporting events have been picked to be over 1.5 goals. We share this information with you so you can also make your decisions you can learn at the end of the day. Very important to note that we want you to learn also on the channel about all of these teams, what is happening, so you're up to date. Basically, you stay ahead of the game when you're up to date with this information about this sporting event or about these teams. Basically, at the end of the day, with time you will get better and beat the odds, of course, in the long run, especially with the help we provide in terms of sharing our options with you also, sharing our experience in that form of options with you guys also. So I'm sure you meet the games from downwards or from down, like from moving on from here, you meet the events basically before we post them, but the ones before that you might not meet them. Okay, so first sporting event we have the game between Liverpool and AC Milan, and here's insight about that sporting event before we tell you what we went with as an option in this one.
Milan has a considerable journey ahead to completely recover from a disappointing season, and after their defeat to Arsenal last week, their weaknesses may be further exposed by a significantly stronger Liverpool team in this
So, given the
match.
report that we have there, we think that Liverpool should be able to win today in this sporting event. So, we're going with Liverpool to win in that one. Next is the game between Broma and Malmo. This is the one we asked you to provide your correct scores about in the comment section. So, here's inside a situation report about that sporting event. Help you do that more accurately.
Malmo heads back to Grimstad IP with a strong desire to continue their impressive unbeaten streak, while Bromopojkana aims for a home comeback after a disappointing last match. This Allsvenskan clash is set to be tactically fascinating as both teams strive to establish dominance in the middle of the season. Previous encounter. In their latest meeting in May, Bromopojkana achieved a remarkable 2-1 win on Malmo's home ground. Even though Malmo held 66% possession and took 28 shots compared to Bromopojkana's 14, it was the visitors who capitalized on their opportunities. The first goal came from Ezekiel Alodo shortly after halftime, setting the tone for the match. Deleho Irondust extended the lead in the 52nd minute, and although Lasse Berg Johnson managed to score for Malmo late in the game, the points ultimately went back to Stockholm. Interestingly, both teams had 6 shots on target, highlighting Bromopojkana's effectiveness in making the most of their chances. Recent form. Bromopojkana has shown a mixed bag of results in their last 6 games, achieving 3 wins but also facing 3 losses. They average 1.5 goals scored and 1.17 conceded per match during this period. Their performance at home has been less impressive, with 2 losses in their last 3 matches at Grimstad IP, and they have averaged below 45% possession. In contrast, Malmo has remained unbeaten in their last 6 matches, securing 4 wins and 2 draws. They average 2 goals per game offensively, while defensively they have conceded less than 1 goal on average. Malmo's ability to maintain over 50% possession is evident in their overall gameplay and control.
Overall performance. At present, Bromopojkana is positioned 10th in the standings after 16 matches, achieving 6 victories, 1 draw, and 9 losses. Their goal difference stands at a slight -1, indicating a balance between limited offensive output, 21 goals, and defensive vulnerabilities, 22 conceded. Malmo holds the 4th spot after 17 games, with 8 wins, 6 draws, and only 3 losses. Their goal difference of +13 highlights their status as one of the league's strongest defenses, having conceded just 12 goals while scoring 25. Main trends. Bromopojkana's recent performance has been inconsistent. They have suffered losses at home, with half of their last 18 matches at Grimstad IP resulting in defeat. Their recent struggles against Malmo are also significant, as they have lost 2 of their last 3 home encounters with the visitors. In contrast, Malmo's form is much stronger. In their last 20 matches, they have remained unbeaten 85% of the time, showcasing a particularly impressive away record. They have not lost in 83% of their last 12 away games. Additionally, 27 of their last 30 league matches have concluded with them securing at least a point. Probable lineups. Bromopojkana will miss striker Nikola Vučić until August, which means Ezekiel Alodo is expected to continue leading the attack. Attacking midfielder Adam Jacobson may start in place of Kevin Ackerman and Sir Junior Martinsson-Wally. For Malmo, centre-backs Colin Rosler, Pontus Jansson, and Andre Durick are the likely candidates to form the back 3. The visitors have a mostly fit midfield lineup, and fans can anticipate seeing Kenan Busoladzik and Otto Rosengren in a double pivot. However, Rydström is facing injuries to forwards Anders Christiansen and Erik Botheim, so it's possible that Hugo Bolin, Daniel Tristan Gudjohnsen, and Sid Haksabanovic will be in the starting lineup on
So,
Saturday.
given the report that we have there, we'll be going with the away team to win or draw. In this sporting event today, that's our option. That's what we're picking, okay? But you guys know already, like we talked about, most of the sporting events we pick in the So You Think You Can Pawn section always win or draw at the end of the day, okay? We rarely lose that. So, do what you need to do with that information. All this information are provided. Next is the game between Gas and Halmstad, and here's insight about that sporting event for those who will be looking to back it today?
GIS are performing exceptionally well as they approach this weekend, and their current momentum might lead them to yet another win against a team that is having a tough time. Homestead has struggled significantly while playing away this season, and with 3 consecutive losses on the road leading up to this match, supporters are likely to have minimal hopes for a
Given the report
positive
that we
outcome.
have there, we've decided to go with over 1.5 goals to be seen in this one today as the safe way to play that one. Next is the game between Adrianians, and Aloha Athletic FC, and has insight about that sporting event if you would like to back it today.
Adri just needs to avoid a loss to claim the top position, but given that they are competing in a higher league than Alo, we believe the home team will possess the additional quality necessary to achieve a narrow win and secure automatic advancement to the second
the
round.
report that we have there, we'll be going with the home draw no bet option in that sporting event today. Next is the game between Dundee and Montrose, and has insight about that sporting event if you're interested in backing it today.
Dundee has faced challenges in their early competitive games with Presley at the helm, but achieving their first win under the new manager could lift their morale. With this match taking place back at their home ground, we are confident that the host will be able to clinch another victory.
That we have there, we think it is safe to say that the home team should be able to win, and that's where we're going to be putting our money, basically, if you ask us. All right. Next one is the game between Dunfermline Athletic and Sterling Albion FC, and has insight about that sporting event if you are looking to back it today.
Dunfermline heads into Saturday's match with a boost of confidence, having secured victories in their last 2 games. We anticipate they will have another fruitful performance against an opponent that competes 2 tiers lower in the Scottish football hierarchy.
So given the report that we have there, we're going with, the multi-goal option. So we expect 2 to 4 goals to be seen in this sporting event. This carries a lot of value, and this is the option we could find. But if you want to go with overs, which is where we look at goals in this one, so go with over 2.5, over 2 goals, or over 1.5 goals, okay? This is safe, but if you want to take a bigger risk, of course, 2.5 is still fine. You can try it out, okay? Next sporting event is the game between Falkirk and Spartans, and has insight about that sporting event for those who will be looking to back it today.
Although the Spartans have shown great performance in their initial 3 games, Falkirk has appeared to be a level above their rivals so far, and the home team is anticipated to achieve a convincing victory on Saturday.
That we have there, we'll be going with over 1.5 goals to be seen in this sporting event today as our safe market option. Okay, from the hundreds of options that the bookmakers provide, we pick just one that we feel like is most likely going to happen and still carries some value to it. Okay, so you guys can carve out sleeps with them. Next sporting event is between Forfar Athletic and Arbroath FC, and has insight about that sporting event should you be looking to back it today.
Forfar might struggle to match the motivation of Arbroath, who are still battling to reach the next stage this weekend. Moreover, the home team has faced difficulties at their ground in 2025, securing only 1 victory, which the visitors could capitalize on this Saturday.
Given the report that we have there, we're going with either of these teams to win at the end of 90 minutes as our peak in that one. Next is the game between Kilmarnock and East Fife FC, and here's insight about that sporting event for those who will be looking to back it today.
Kilmarnock is expected to be the favorite in this matchup, thanks to their position in the top tier and their impressive record of winning 4 out of their last 5 competitive games at home. On the other hand, East Fife has demonstrated their strong defensive capabilities in the cup, and they might be able to hinder their rivals by restricting their opportunities this Saturday.
The report that we have there, we think that under 4.5 goals will be the safe way to play this one, if you ask us, and that's what we're going with in that sporting event. Next sporting event is between Livingston FC and Kelty Hearts FC. It's from Scotland, Cup, and has insight about that sporting event for those who would like to back it.
Kilmarnock is expected to be the favorite in this matchup, thanks to their position in the top tier and their impressive record of winning 4 out of their last 5 competitive games at home. On the other hand, East Fife has demonstrated their strong defensive capabilities in the cup, and they might be able to hinder their rivals by restricting their opportunities this Saturday.
We have there, we're going with the home team to be able to win today. We're safe to say they can't win that one, given the report that we have there. Next is the game between Queen's Park and Cove Rangers, and has a situation report about this sporting event if it interests you and would like to back it.
Queen's Park is not expected to exhibit the necessary intensity to secure a victory on Saturday, given that they cannot advance to the round of 16. Cove Rangers have shown inconsistency in their away games, but they are likely to encounter a weakened home side, which means they could potentially leave Leicester-Hampton with a win.
So given that report that we have there, we'll be going with, the home team to score under 2.5 goals in this sporting event. We don't expect them to score 3 goals in this sporting event today. That's the option we're going with basically in that one. All right, guys. So, guys, at this point, I'd like to ask you, to gentle reminder basically to take 1 second of your time, hit that like button, subscribe first time coming across the channel, and you like the vibe, you like how this is going, and all this sounds like something you're interested in. We invite you to become part of this community of savvy sports traders that we're building here. You've been here, you've not done that, subscribe. Turn notification bells on, everyone, especially the premium subscription members. It will help you know when we post something of value first, because we send your games out there first of all. Speaking of premium sections, it has been doing well so far, as it should. Early and on time, and very good sporting events we have there that have been doing the work. Next sporting event we have is the game between Wraith Rovers and Inverness, and here's the situation report about that sporting event. Should you be looking to back it today? Here's the situation report about that one.
Inverness might have a 3-point advantage over Wraith, yet they have suffered defeats in 3 out of the last 4 encounters between the two teams. Considering this, we believe the home side will manage to secure a slim win to conclude their Scottish League Cup
we
journey.
have there, we'll be going with a home win or draw in this sporting event today as a safe market option. Next is the game between Ross County and Patrick Theatre FC, and has a situation report about this sporting event for those who wonder what the situation is like around that one and would like to back it.
Ross County might have discovered their spark following that impressive victory against Edinburgh, yet they are set to face a Partick Thistle team that is currently on a high. With both sides posing significant threats, it seems that a draw is the most probable result.
We have there, we'll be going with over 1.5 goals to be seen in this sporting event today. Next is the game between St. Johnstone Stone FC and Elgin City FC, and here's the situation report about that sporting event today if you would like to back it.
St. Johnstone require only a single point to secure the group victory, yet we anticipate that the home team will claim all 3 points. Elgin has significantly underachieved in their League Cup journey, with their vulnerable defense raising major concerns.
So given the report that we have there, we're giving the away team 1 goal advantage going into that sporting event, and expect the home team to turn that advantage around into a win for themselves. So when you minus 1 goal from the home team's final scoreline, the scoreline should still read that the home team is winning. That's the option we've gone with there. It's a handicap option. Alright, because we expect the home team to win ruthlessly today in that sporting event. Next is the game between Stoke City and Wolves. This is a friendly sporting event, and there's insight about that one for those who will be looking to back it today.
Wolves have not yet hit their stride in attack during the preseason, while Stoke has also faced challenges in maintaining defensive solidity and has had considerably less time to recover. Consequently, we believe in the visitors' ability to showcase their talent as Pereira's squad finally makes their mark in preseason on their third try.
So that we have there, we'll be going with over 1.5 goals to be seen in that one. If you ask us what the safe way to play that is, that's what we're going with. Next sporting events between Dende and Cercle Bruges, and here's insight about that sporting event for those who would like to back it today.
Recent performances from both teams have been disappointing, setting the stage for a matchup between two sides that have faced challenges during preseason. The home team has shown solid form at their venue, whereas the away team has had difficulties when traveling. Given the similarities between the two sides,
we have there, we'll be going with the home team having a 2-goal advantage handicap going into that sporting event and maintaining that at the end of 90 minutes. I'm sure you guys are used to that by now, so that's what we're going with in that sporting event, giving a report and analysis done on that. Next is the game between Haugesund and Hamcam, and hence the situation report about that one, as always, to help you make a better informed decision about that sporting event if you're going to be backing that.
Backing either team with genuine confidence is challenging given their struggles this season, yet we anticipate Hamcam to secure a crucial 3 points through a tight victory.
That we have there, we'll be going with the away team to win or draw in that sporting event today. The next sporting event is the game between Kristiansand BK and KFUM Oslo, and has a situation report about this sporting event for those who would like to back it today.
KFUM comes into this match riding a wave of consecutive victories, and we are confident they will narrowly win on Saturday, achieving a third consecutive triumph at this
Given that
level
what
of
we
football.
have there, we expect the away team to win or draw in that one as our safe market option, in that sporting event. Next is the game between Sanye 4 and Sapsburg 08, and has insight about that sporting event. Should you be looking to back it today and you need help, with information, situation report about that one, here it is.
Both squads possess significant skill in the attacking zone, and we anticipate goals in this match, as the top home team in the league hosts the side with the third best away
All right, so given the
performance.
report that we have there, we'll be going with, over 2 goals to be seen in this one today as our safe market option or pick in that one. Next is the game between Degerfors and Nyokoping, and has a situation report about this sporting event taking place today if you would like to back it.
Given that the Joffers has the weakest defensive record in the league by a significant margin, it's hard to bet against Norrköping securing a victory. While the match may be competitive for a while, the visitors are likely to have sufficient firepower in the final third to
given
clinch
that
the
report that
win.
we have there, we'll be going with the away team to have a 2-goal advantage going to that sporting event, expecting them to maintain that advantage up until the end of 90 minutes in that one. That's basically what we're going with. Next is the game between Bodo Glimt and Vålerenga, and has insight about that sporting event if you would like to back it today.
Bodo/Glimt has had a successful track record against Vålerenga lately, and with the host performing exceptionally well, we anticipate they will secure all 3 points on Saturday with
So given the
relative
report that
ease.
we have there, we think that the home team should be able to win today. It is safe to say that Bodo should be able to, get that 3 points on the board today. Next is the game between Zulte Waregem and Yellow Red Michelin. Okay, and has insight about that sporting event for those who'd like to back it today.
With Zot energized by their promotion and Mechelen aiming to stabilize after a shaky preseason, both teams possess the ability to inflict damage on one another. Goals are anticipated, and a draw could very well be the most probable result as the season
given
kicks
the report
off.
that we have there, we'll be going with over 1.5 goals in this sporting event as our safe pick, as far as that is concerned. Next is the game between La Louvière and Standard Liège, and here's a situation report about this sporting event for those who will be looking to back it today.
The home team aims to make a grand return to the spotlight, and considering Standard's lackluster performance on the road, La Louvière is optimistic about their prospects and is ready to take a shot at this
The report that we
match.
have there, we'll be going with an under 1.5 goals to be scored by the away team. Is surprising odd there, but I think it's very possible given the analysis that's been carried out and reports about this sporting event today and the home team's record. Basically, this looks like a good one. Okay, it's a risky but good one. Next is the game between Fulham and Nottingham, and has insight about that sporting event for those who will be looking to back it today.
In competitive play, there hasn't been a draw between Fulham and Forest since the 2016-17 championship season, when Niklas Bendtner and Tom Kearney scored goals. Nevertheless, with both managers fielding nearly full-strength teams before likely making substitutions, we just can't identify a definitive winner in this fair clash.
What we have there is a friendly game between Fulham and Nottingham, and we think that any of these teams should be able to win at the end of 90 minutes, given the report and our analysis on this sporting event. I think that any of them should be able to grab that, win today. Next is the game between Botafogo and Corinthians. This was the one we talked about yesterday, and it's here again. Here's insight about it anyways. For those who didn't get that yesterday, you can see what the insight is like today about the sporting event.
Botafogo has shown strength under new leadership, showcasing both a steady defense and a potent attack that could pose challenges for a Corinthians team struggling with injuries. Given that the visitors are without several crucial players, especially in their midfield and forward positions, it seems unlikely they will secure any points from this match.
So given the report that we have there, we think that the home draw no bet will be the safe way to go if you're looking at backing that event today. Next is the game between Fortaleza and Red Bull Bragantino, and here's the situation report about this sporting event for those who will be looking to back it.
Bragantino might not be performing at their peak recently, yet they have shown to be dependable away from home. Therefore, going up against a Fortaleza team that has suffered defeats in half of their 8 home league matches this season offers the visitors an ideal chance to recover.
That we have there, we're going with the home team not to win to nil in this sporting event as our pick in that one. Next is the game between Mirasol and Victoria, and here's the situation report about this sporting event for those who are wondering what the situation is like. About this one, I would like to back it.
The home team appears to be performing well at their venue and will aim to inflict further suffering on Victoria, who have struggled away from home recently. We anticipate a straightforward victory for Mirasol in this match.
We think that the home drawn bet will be the safe way to go if you're looking at backing this sporting event after our research and all. Next and final sporting event, we have the game between Recife and Santos, and here's a situation report about this one today for those who will be looking to back it.
Neither team enters this match with much confidence, yet Sport Recife's poor performance at home and their struggle to turn possession into goals might be crucial. On the other hand, Santos, despite their ups and downs, have displayed flashes of quality away from home and could potentially have what it takes to win a tightly contested match.
We think that the away team to win or draw will be the safe way to play this one, given the information provided here. If you're looking at playing more safer, you can give Santos 2 goals advantage going into that sporting event, expecting them to maintain that as a safer option, but I think Santos should be able to win. That's the club where Neymar is, by the way. For those who don't know, Neymar is playing for Santos now, right? Okay, so these are the sporting events we have for you guys today, insights about them, and what we think is the safe market options as far as these sporting events are concerned. So guys, I said it earlier, if you don't know how to carve out winning slips from these sporting events we provided, we left a video about how to do that should appear somewhere on your screen now, so make sure to watch that before you go about carving winning slips, because you need to carve out slips from what we provide. We don't expect you to put all of this in one slip. This is about 1,000 odds if you combine everything together. Crazy, right? Imagine if we win that today. Well, till we see you again next episode, may the odds be in our favor always, guys. Peace out. See you next time.